Can you turn that off? Okay, that's what it is. Do you want me to read you a story? I can read you a story if you want. Oh shit. Do you want me to read the book to you? If you want me to read the book, can you set that off? Can you set that off one more time? This is Rosie. I have a niece. Her name is Rosie. Oh, very nice. Thank you. Thank you, Rosie. Is that your favorite toy? Looks really cool. I like all the rainbow colors on the ears. Do you want me to read you the story? I have a book in my hand. Do you want me to read it to you? Oh. Okay, I'll read it to you. What? It's called Christmas in the Bell Tower. Christmas in the Bell Tower. The Hunchback of Notre Dame. What do you mean alone? Scowled Victor. The gargoyle sprang to life. What do you think we are? Just part of the scenery? Added Hugo. Old Laverne shuffled toward him. Face it, boys. We don't count for much. Quasi's pinning for a visit from his girlfriend. Esmeralda's not my girlfriend, Quasi protested. She's just a girl, said Victor. And a friend, said Hugo. The gypsies are having a big feast tonight, said Quasi. Esmeralda's probably... You like that? Esmeralda's probably roasting a goose. There's no reason to hope that she'd have time to think of you, said Victor, winking at Hugo. After Quasi had saved Esmeralda's life, she had promised to visit him often, and she had kept her word up to now. You go to visit her, said Hugo. No, said Quasi. I'm in charge of the bells. First I must ring vespers, then midnight bells. Never mind, said Victor. Why don't we make our own celebration? This place could use a little cheer up, said Hugo. For supper, Quasi brought out his usual bread and cheese. It seemed much simple and humble fare for the wonderfully decorated table. I should have thought, he said, to fix a better meal. A feast is not what you eat, said Laverne. It's who you share it with. You're right, said Quasi, and I'm lucky to be with you, the most faithful friends around. You got that right, said Hugo with a grin. Just then they heard footsteps on the staircase. Hurried footsteps. Who could it be? The cathedral porter looking for his candles? The police checking for fire in the tower? The angry ghost of Frollo bent on ruining Christmas Eve? The door bust open. Quasi gasped. Esmeralda! Merry Christmas, she cried in her outreached arms. She had a big platter of roasted goose. She was followed by Djalia and the band of gypsies, the men strumming and piping carols, and the women carrying baskets of bread, fruit, and fancy Yuletide parties. The gypsies hope to make Quasimodo's Christmas very special this year. Esmeralda looked around the beautiful decorated tower room. You told him, she said to the gargoyles. Quasi shook his head. I didn't know you would come, but I must admit I wished. And your wish came true, said Esmeralda. She set the arrangement Quasi's table with the Yuletide feast. But when she turned to him, he was gone. Quasimodo! Then she heard the Vesper bells ring in Christmas Eve, the sound more joyous than they ever heard before. The end. Did you like that story? If you liked the story, can you link that up again? Or are you sleeping? Did I put you to sleep with that story? Do you like that story? It's about Christmas, where you get all new toys. Do you want a new toy? We can give you a new toy. If you want a new toy, you gotta light that up. Bye, Rosie. I'll see you later. Okay, so I had the most interesting conversation with Rosie. Yeah, so I went to go set up the room for Anna's room, but I went into like all the rooms. I went to Maddie's room, and I just sat there. I asked for it to like move the dress a little bit. The dress moved a little bit. Yes, I did. Yeah, I turned it off, and then I was in Rosie's room, and I was sitting on the bed, and the little toy went off.
Yeah.
So I was mindful.
So it'll go off for a little bit whenever you first move in, or when you walk in because of the floorboard.
Right. So I made sure everything was still, and I had the book in my hand, and I asked her if she wanted me to read the story. The thing went off.
Ooh. So
And then it was the Quasimodo, the Hunchback Christmas one.
Yeah.
And there was a part like where they laughed and the thing went off and it was like hee 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 hee.
Yeah.
It was like responding to me and I got it right on my body cam.
Awesome.
Oh, wow.
She loves
Cool.
her stories. I love it when there's younger people here, like teenager or a little bit younger, because when they go up there, she latches right on to them.
Right.
And I had a 14-year-old girl, and it was amazing with those full voice sentences through the spirit boxes, and it was, don't stop reading. Read me another book, please.
Right.
And I was like, holy moly.
And that was really cool.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
She's the sweetest little thing.
Does anybody complain about like backaches upstairs?
Sometimes.
Because when I went up there, I got like my back was like. Oh, I don't know, Miss Jenny. Oh, you did?